Okay, please. Yeah. Dear teachers and school authorities, hello? No, I think- Yeah. Dear teachers and school authorities, have a good afternoon. Welcome to Nuestra Señora del Pilar School. Welcome to Peru once again, and welcome to our International Roundtable 2024. My name is Andrea Medianero, and this afternoon I have the honor to speak to you in my position as a teacher at school on behalf of Adult Education Peru and the Global School Alliance, GSA, from England, for presenting this special program. The institutions we represent have been working hard for the great global international transformation with internationally standardized quality standards in more than 120 countries, collaborating with the most prestigious schools of each continent, with a desire to build academic, cultural, international relations all over the world. Now, let's introduce my partner, Daniel Markers.
Thank you, Andrea. Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Marquez, and first of all, I would like to say we are fascinated to witness how today our school joins the ranks of this great global alliance, Global School Alliance, for the benefit of. For the benefits of our entire community of students, teachers, and families. The Global School Alliance vision is created a world where every student has the opportunity to experience the richness of global education regardless of their background or location, as well as facilitate international partnership exchange programs, and digital initiatives that enhance cultural understanding and academic excellence. Thanks for accompanying us today. I hope you all have a fantastic time. Now, we are going to invite Mr. Juan Risi from GSA to introduce the British delegation as well as the local authorities that accompany us today. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming to our GSA roundtable that we're hosting today at Nuestra Señora del Pilar. Is this okay? Here in this wonderful school, Nuestra Señora del Pilar. Thank you. Yeah, so thanks for coming. This is our final event, one could say, after this wonderful trip that we've been having since Sunday, our leadership delegation to Peru, in Peru, with representatives of 5 schools from the UK that have come to visit their partner schools here in Peru. We've visited 3 schools in Lima, we visited 1 school in Cajamarca and 1 school in Tarapoto, and I think the trips has been quite successful. Every school have met their partner school in person. They've developed more plans for the future, for the student trips that they're going to do. We've got 5 student trips planned from UK to Peru next year, and every school we visited here in Peru has also committed to launching a trip for their students to visit them back in the UK, and that's exactly what we're about here at the GSA. With the delegates who are here with me are Mr. Raymond Picton and Miss Rebecca Bone from Pickwick Trust, representing schools Green Trees and Winterslow primary schools. Then there's Miss Kavita Sharma from North Halifax Grammar School. There's Miss Dora Jadav from Poltaire School from Cornwall in the UK. There's Mrs. Louise Smith and Louise George from Warrington Trust, WPAT. They're joined by 2 teachers from their schools, Ditton Primary, Mr. Dan White and Thomas Paul. And we're also joined by people from Berkeley School, teachers from Berkeley School who we visited on Tuesday. So thanks very much for coming today. I'd like to, before I tell you more about the GSA we do, Miss Georgina Sara from Nuestra Señora del Pilar is going to tell you a bit more about this wonderful school who have been very kind to host this event for us today. Thank you. Oh, so the headmaster from the school is going to speak. Sorry. Thank you.
Paz y bien. Sí, repite. Sí. Estimados presentes de Global School y colegios participantes, paz y bien.
Peace and all good for Global School Alliance, delegation and school attendance.
Es un placer acogerlos en nuestro colegio, Nuestra Señora del Pilar, en Lima, Perú. Nos sentimos profundamente agradecidos por su presencia y por la oportunidad de compartir este espacio de relación.
It's a pleasure to receive you to Nuestra Señora del Pilar School in Lima, Peru. We feel deeply grateful for your presence and for the opportunity to share this space of relationship.
Nuestro colegio franciscano, inspirado en San Francisco de Asís, se funda sobre valores de la sencillez, fraternidad y cuidado de la casa común. Tiene como misión formar líderes cristianos con propósito que sueñan en transformar sus vidas y el mundo.
Our Franciscan school, inspired by Saint Francis of Assisi, is founded on the values of humility, fraternity, and taking care of the common home.
El vínculo que compartimos con ustedes a través de esta alianza con Global School refleja nuestro compromiso mutuo con la internacionalización educativa y el fortalecimiento de una comunidad global. Este intercambio de ideas y experiencias fortalecerá los lazos en nuestras comunidades educativas y enriquecerá el camino de colaboración mutua.
The bond we share with you through this alliance with Global School reflects our mutual commitment to educational globalization and the reinforcement of a global community. This exchange of ideas and experiences will strengthen the ties between our educational communities and enrich the path of mutual collaboration.
Global School ha conectado nuestros puntos, nuestros propósitos educativos. Los beneficios de esta alianza no solo son oportunos, sino esenciales para quienes creemos en una educación que trasciende fronteras.
Global School has connected the dots of our educational purpose. The benefits of this alliance are not only timely, but essential for those of us who believe in an education that transcends borders.
Una vez más, le damos la cálida bienvenida. Esperamos que este sea un encuentro fructífero y que nuestra colaboración se continúe fortaleciendo en beneficio de todos nuestros estudiantes y las futuras generaciones.
Once again, we give you the warmest welcome. We hope that this will be a fruitful meeting and that our collaboration will continue to build up for the benefit of all our students and future generations.
Gracias por estar con nosotros. Paz y bien.
Thank you for coming. Peace and all good.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. So now I'm going to explain to you a bit more about who we are at the global, what we're about at the Global School Alliance. This says your partner for global citizenship. There's a couple of key words there, really. One is, or key phrases, global citizenship. We see ourselves as a global citizenship company within the education sector. And when I say education sector, I mean effectively schools, which is in the name, obviously, as well, Global School Alliance. We work with schools all over the world. We manage a community of over 7,000 schools worldwide. We're about to reach the 8,000 mark now. And it truly is a global community. We have many schools in the UK, naturally, which is where we're based. We work extensively with schools in China. We have a growing community here in Latin America, actually, in places like Peru, also in Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil as well. And in most of these cases, obviously the Spanish-speaking countries, I'm very enthusiastic about the potential that we have and that we're starting to develop. And obviously one driving factor in South America is the Spanish language as well, again, which is another universal language. English is the number one universal language in the world, but Spanish is also becoming more and more universal, more and more popular. In the UK alone, there's many schools, more and more schools are teaching Spanish, and that's what's driving a lot of these partnerships that we're establishing in places like Peru here. And the other key word is partner, obviously, because we're all about partnerships. All of our programs revolve, around setting up direct partnerships between two schools, and other words that come into mind: the joint projects, collaboration, cultural enrichment. So this kind of describes what I said. Our purpose is to provide transformative opportunities for students and fostering their potential and empowering them to become active global citizens. Another thing I like to say about what we're about is that what we want to achieve is we're trying to empower school students of today to be global citizens of tomorrow. And I think that's actually seems more relevant than ever now with the news that we're seeing about different things that are happening in the world today. I think understanding of different cultures is essential for our future. Our community, as I said, lives in a platform which is free to join and is very easy to join. And whenever I speak to anyone, any schools, any teachers, any heads of schools, I always invite them and ask them to please take the time to join our platform, because it's a very simple thing to do. And once you're on our platform, you can understand a bit more about what we're about. It's a really nice social network, I think, again, all revolving around global citizenship, about joint collaboration, online projects, and if you're interested in collaborating with other schools, it's a really useful platform to work on. And then obviously when a school is committed to becoming a global school, that's where we have that's where we can give you direct support. We can help you establish an international partnership. Best example of that is the people here today who have flown all the way to Peru to visit their partners that we've introduced them to. It can obviously help you embed an international approach. We try to make it so that the projects that you develop also help you in terms of curriculum, and we see that in a lot of the partnerships that we work on. We obviously, we suggest, we monitor, we support, but it's ultimately up to the schools to make the partnership work, but we do try our best to make sure that happens. And obviously there's a travel aspect. There's a digital, I mentioned the platform, so there's a lot of digital support for the partnerships to work, but the pinnacle of these relationships is the trips, and that's what we're most passionate about, which is why I'm so happy about this trip, the fact that every school that is, we're already taking that first step of doing this leadership delegation. Every school representative here is they've already got dates for their trips for next year. They are going to happen. That's, we're really looking forward to that. And again, the fact that all the schools here in Peru involved in these partnerships are already planning on doing the return trip is even more encouraging. I'll just briefly mention the awards that we do. So schools in our community can all apply for these awards, the Global School Awards, as I say here. Keeping it simple, they're the bronze, there's a bronze, there's a silver, and there's a gold award, the level. And the way this works is the programs that we offer to schools are usually a good way of they provide you with a pathway to get these awards. So the bronze award, for example, to put it simply, is a school can be eligible for that award when they show that they have a intention to connect. So if there's a person with the role of international coordinator already assigned, if there's a plan in place for schools to connect with other schools, that's the essence of a school being eligible for the bronze award. So for example, any school that has already acquired one of these programs of the global that we offer to schools, that I'm going to talk about in a second, the global school transformation, automatically would be eligible for bronze. The silver award is for schools that can show that they're interacting on a digital level with other schools from other parts of the world. Again, this applies to, for example, every school here, because you're already involved in a partnership, and you're already doing, you're collaborating with your partner schools online. And then the gold award basically is when the school does the student trip. So again, every school here, when they send their students to visit their partner school in Peru next year, will be eligible for the Gold Award. We're very happy to give these awards out to schools that deserve it, and obviously when they get the award, we communicate it to our community, we communicate it on the platform. Schools that get the awards can also communicate it themselves to their own community, to their stakeholders, on the social media, on the website. We try to make it that as many schools as possible get these awards as long as they're eligible for it. So that's another thing that we're very proud of. I can explain to you about the Global School Transformation briefly as well, which is one that basically is our flagship program really, because it covers every aspect of what we do. It covers three main aspects really. There's the digital aspect, there's the training aspect, and there's the travel aspect as well. So I've already mentioned to you a bit about the digital. There's this platform. When a school establishes a partnership, we provide them with a private space in our platform for them for the schools to interact, to send each other files, videos, all safeguarded, of course. There's other digital tools that we can provide as well. Then in the training aspect, every school that acquires this program is also, one member of their staff who should be the international coordinator has access to our training course. That's 3 live sessions that we do regularly, and whoever completes the course gets a certificate from the Global School Alliance that mentions the name of the person that took the course, and it also references the school name. And then there's the travel aspect, which is what I talked about already a bit, and which is why we're here. First, the school gets access to our leadership delegation. This year we've done a few. I've been to Spain already. I'm in Peru now. After this I'm going to Mexico. We're doing a delegation to India soon. We've done a couple of delegations to China. There's another delegation to Japan. Last year we also did delegations to Brazil, to Morocco, to Turkey, to France, and we want to try to do as many as we can. Obviously we're going to need, I can't go everywhere myself, but I'm going to try to go to as many as I can next year as well. I'm very confident actually that we're going to do a delegation to Peru every year now, again because of the potential that I mentioned before with the Spanish-speaking factor, the fact that Peru in itself I think is a very interesting, attractive country for schools in the UK just because it's so different. Some schools in the UK will ask us for a partner in Spain, which is perfectly understandable because Spain is also a very interesting place, but some schools actually prefer a partner in Latin America. So I think we have potential to do this trip to Peru every year now, which is something I'm looking forward to. And then there's the element of the student trip where we support you as well with organizing everything, every aspect of the trip. The schools just have to worry about making the partnership work, and we handle everything else. There's also a very interesting aspect of this Global School Transformation that we call GST, is the reimbursement scheme, which again we do because we really want these trips to happen. So a way of incentivizing that is that a school can, if a school sends 20 students on a trip within a time frame, which basically they launch the trip within 18 months of having signed the partnership agreement, we fully reimburse the schools the money that they would have paid for these programs. So for example, the GST is £3,250. We reimburse them the full amount of the money once the trip happens, because that's ultimately what we really want to happen. And yeah, this presentation talks a bit more about the sister school partnership, which is similar to the GST. I think a couple of schools here might be on sister schools as well. It's a very similar program, and again, it's all about making sure that the students get this amazing experiences of visiting schools in completely different places, cultures in the world, and hopefully making an impact, which is what we want. So please, if you haven't joined our community, please do. You can talk to your team about what we do. We're very happy to jump on a call with any school interested in our programs and explain what we do. And yeah, thanks so much. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce every delegate who's here. So I think we can start with Rebecca Bone and Raymond Picton from Pickwick Trust. If you could please join me here.
Is it this one to change? Yeah. A little bit short. Okay, we're just going to talk for a moment. So I'm Rebecca, this is Ray, and we're part of Pickwick Academy Trust. So we're an academy trust, which means our schools, we have 15 schools, soon to be 21, that work together as a family. And we're really proud of that family of schools. We're all primary schools. We don't have any secondary schools in our trust. And here's some of our central team, just to show you how it works. There's not many of us, but we're a group of people that then help run and help school improvement, finance, HR, and all aspects of school life in the UK. So this is where we are in England, in Great Britain. So you can see, yeah, that's where we are. And I thought I'd just give you a little bit of information about where Salisbury is for those who don't know Salisbury. So we have Stonehenge, which I'm sure you recognise as so Stonehenge, and then also Salisbury Cathedral, which is a really, really old cathedral that our children go to when they are in year 6 or when they're 11 and leaving school. They go to Salisbury Cathedral and have a beautiful service. And we also take children regularly to events there. And we visit Stonehenge as part of our year 3, so our sort of 7 and 8-year-old children visit Stonehenge to look at that as well. This is the village that my school is from, so I was the head teacher here the headmaster here for 10 years, and this is Winterslow Village. So you can sort of see what our village is like. It's a quite a big village, but it has a tiny little shop and thatched houses, and that's our church that we go to every few weeks. To pray and for different services. So Explore, Discover, Sparkle as Light of the World is our sort of motto, and it's based on our deeply Christian metaphor about Jesus, and it's from Matthew, you are the light of the world, and that's what we as a church school believe, that our children are the light of the world. And explore, being exploring the world, discover, being discovering the world around us and discovering who we are, and sparkling, about being unique. And then this is our little video, and then that's me, and Ray will take over. Do I just press? No. How do I think it's Apple. I'm not very good at that one. There's my link there. I tried to embed it, but I put the link as well.
Does it just play it? Or?
I don't know. I assume so. No, that goes on to the next one.
Oh.
It's like it's not interactive.
Yeah. Do we just click on the link?
But it's like it's not interactive. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. It's got sound. That's the next one. That's the maypole dancing. presentation. No, still on mine. The one that was there. The PowerPoint. That's it. No, that's Halifax. Yeah, that one. That's it. There you go. If you make that big. But you stay because there's a video. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is Green Trees.
Yeah, this is Green Trees Primary School. I was the deputy for 13 years at Green Trees Primary School, and then I was then the head teacher at Green Trees Primary School, and I'm now a director of education supporting both Winterslow and Green Trees, just like Rebecca. It's a community school. It has 420 pupils, and it has a resource base of 12 children with special needs associated with autism, and we are a really, really inclusive school. The big thing about this whole project has been collaboration, because both myself and Rebecca work for Pickwick Academy Trust, and what we really believe in is collaboration. And we've had so much collaboration with both all the Peruvian schools, but also the English schools. And I think that's really important to mention, that the whole brilliance of these types of events is that we are sharing across the globe. So it's absolutely fantastic. To give you a little flavour of Green Trees Primary School, we're going to have a little go at this link and hope it works.
Set across 2 sites. Welcome to Green Trees Primary School, a 2-form entry primary school including a resource base for pupils with additional needs set across 2 sites in the beautiful city of Salisbury. We believe that our strength and success stems from positive relationships and purposeful collaboration across the whole school community. At Green Trees, there is a very strong sense of everyone working together to ensure that our pupils achieve their very best. This Better Together ethos was enhanced further when we joined Pickwick Academy Trust in the summer of 2021. Being part of the Pickwick family means that we can work closely with like-minded schools, all working towards the same vision, to provide the best schools and outcomes for our pupils. At Green Trees, we want our pupils to be excited about coming to school. We want everyone to feel happy, safe and supported.
Our curriculum provides everyone with interesting and challenging learning, which encourages us to be curious about the world around us. Our broad and balanced curriculum, enhanced by rich experiences and opportunities, enables everyone to flourish.
We are all encouraged to be independent learners, with a focus on the 4 R's of learning: resourcefulness, reciprocity, reflectiveness and resilience. Everyone's strengths, passions and talents are catered for, and a wide range of extracurricular activities ensure that achievement in all its forms is celebrated.
Our learning environment is motivating, inspiring and well-resourced. From well-stocked, inviting libraries which promote a love of reading to the latest technology which prepares us for the digital age. Also, our large, attractive outdoor spaces enable us to take our learning beyond the classroom. As a pupil at Green Trees, there are many opportunities to be involved in decision making. We have a strong school council that organises events, help make positive changes to the school, and is even involved in the interviews of new staff. Also, our sports ambassadors, mindfulness ambassadors and playground buddies all have crucial roles in the smooth and effective running of our schools.
We are incredibly proud of our fantastic school. Our pupils leave us as successful learners, ready for the next stage in their journey to becoming lifelong learners and valuable members of a global society.
For more information, please contact our school office directly or visit our website. Visitors to our school are always welcome. We look forward to seeing you soon.
And the final thing I want to say is that the 4 hours of learning are really, really important. I'll get the mic again. The 4 hours of learning are really, really important. And on this trip, I think we've been showing all 4, not only
with resourcefulness. I think we've all been resourceful at times on this trip. I think we certainly have been resilient as we managed the roads of Peru. We've certainly built up relationships with reciprocity, and this event is also a way of showing reflectiveness. So those 4 hours of green trees is alive and well in Peru, and thank you for all your support during this visit. And thanks to the Global Schools Alliance also for everything that they've done to make what seemed impossible possible.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for that, Ray and Rebecca. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Kavita Sharma, please, to come to introduce her school, North Halifax Grammar School. North Halifax are involved in 3 partnerships, actually, with the GSA, 1 here in Peru, 1 in India, and 1 in Japan. So I could safely say they're definitely committed to what we're about. Yes, so North Halifax.
Good afternoon, everybody. Like Juan said, I'm from North Halifax Grammar School. I'll just tell you a little bit about our school. I hope you can understand my Yorkshire accent. I will try and speak clearly. So we are actually a selective school. It's a secondary school age from age of 11 to 18. Our secondary school examination, it usually takes place in September. Usually we have around about 1,700 students who sit the examination, and from those 1,700 we take 180 students for our Year 7 entry. So there we are on the map. That's where Halifax is. We're around about 3 to 4 hours away from London. It's a very green area. It's a very hilly area. Oh, that's gone a little bit small. So I'll just talk you through this. I'm not sure what's happened there. It's just gone a bit small. Doesn't matter. I'll carry on here. We do have some very important landmarks. It's a very historical place, is Halifax. One of the main places we have is what we call the Peace Hall. The Peace Hall, it's a building that's from 1779. Halifax has a lot of mills. There used to be a lot of textiles mills, which have obviously now closed down, but these textile mills are still there, and we now use them for the service sector. We also have Shibden Hall. Shibden Hall is also a landmark. A lot of TV series are usually filmed at Shibden Hall as well. There's a lot of filming that goes on in Halifax. I'm not sure if you're aware or familiar with any of these television programmes. So we've got Gentleman Jack, Happy Valley, Last Tango in Halifax, Ackley Bridge, the Moorside, Jamestown, and In the Dark. So it's a very popular location for filming as well. And it is due to the fact that, you know, it's very green and it's an attractive location. So I'll just put on one of our promotional clips for you. Does the music come on as well? It's got music on. Oh, thank you. you. So it's one of the it is a prestigious school, highly regarded in West Yorkshire. It's very academic. We, as a school, we try and ensure that most of our students after A levels go off to university, and they go off to Russell Group universities. So I'll just play a little clip on our sixth form. So the sixth form is a big part of our school as well. So we have, at the moment, working with Global School Alliances. We're working with three different schools. So we have San Andres in Cajamarca, who I visited yesterday. An incredible school that was. And then we've got Japan, we've got Bunri School in Japan, and we have SRM School in India. So we're hoping that, you know, we will be visiting these schools next year. So I hope it's something that we're very, very excited about as well. And of course, it's like something like Juan's already said, we're hoping that, you know, by visiting these schools, our students are going to be working across these schools, working across the schools, working on different projects, getting to know each other, and obviously using their language skills and getting to know each other's culture, which we find very important. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I want to do this, we want to give our students the opportunity to write a part of their story, to make them culturally aware. This is something, it's a favourite passage of mine from a book by Richard Wagmees, and it goes, all that we are is a story, from the moment we are born to the time we continue on our spirit journey. We are involved in the creation of the story of our time here. It is what we arrive with. It is all we leave behind. We are not the things we accumulate. We are not the things we deem important. We are a story, all of us. What comes to matter then is the creation of the best possible story we can all, while we are here. You, me, us, together. When we can do that and we take the time to share those stories with each other, we get bigger inside, we see each other, we recognise our kinship, we change the world one story at a time. Thank you.
Interestingly, as Kavita mentioned, North Halifax are involved in 3 partnerships, and one of these partner schools is visiting North Halifax quite soon, Kavita, in the UK delegation that we're doing. We've got a delegation to the UK end of this month, and that'll be an interesting delegation as well, because there's delegates from different parts of the world, from places like from Morocco, India, Japan, Turkey, and one of the schools that we'll visit will be North Halifax. It's the first school they're going to visit, actually. So I hope Kavita got some inspiration from the wonderful reception that we got from all the schools we visited on this trip. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Dora Jaraf from Polter School. Polter. Thank you.
Good afternoon, thank you. We've had a lovely day, as lots of people have already said, and an absolutely marvellous week. We have been involved in our school with a link in Spain. Over the last 18 months, our students have been writing to those students and really, really been excited to do that. We are very excited that by linking with Global School Alliance and our school in Tarapoto, that we're able to really bring home the fact that Spanish is that global language, not just that European language, valuable and important as that is, and really looking forward to them now starting to connect through conversation sessions, through letter writing, and hopefully ultimately through visiting in the new year. So Polter is a school with a really strong community focus. We are down in the leg of Cornwall, about 4.5 to 5 hours from London. Our students love where they live, and we're really pleased about that. Sometimes it's easy to forget about the rest of the world where we are. So having these links is a fabulous way to broaden their vision and to enable them to access the opportunities that the rest of the world can offer them. So I've just got a short clip to play, which probably puts it better than I can. Thank you. I did send a link.
Should we just open it again?
Yeah, yeah. Just put Polter School in. Gracias. It's on the front page.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah. Thank you for your patience.
Thanks for holding on. Which one do I do that?
Just scroll down. Can you scroll down? Yep. Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
okay. Listos. You can probably see from looking at the images there, we're a mixture of kind of an old build and a new build. We've been undergoing a redevelopment program. We were really fortunate to get some money for building. Lots of these buildings have been around for more than decades and very much at the heart of community. Our school slogan is character and confidence, and that is very much what we want to be building. All of us are from state schools. We're in a slightly different situation to you in that our students do not pay fees. Anybody is able to come to our schools, and that means that we have a very mixed intake, and that brings all sorts of opportunities and challenges, and what we absolutely want to do is to enable every student who comes in to be absolutely as successful as possible. So thank you for helping us to be part of that. And in terms of reciprocity, we very much want to do whatever we can to help your students to be successful as well. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Dora. One thing I'd mention very quickly as well is just as I'm sure all the delegates here will agree after spending a few days in Peru that Peru is a very interesting place and there's some wonderful places to visit and to get to know. And one can certainly say the same thing about England and the UK. We've just seen schools in places like Cornwall, Salisbury, Yorkshire. We've got schools from the northwest as well. I live in Liverpool currently, and it's grown on me pretty quickly, and I've developed a connection with the place. And I can safely say, once all the schools here in Peru arrange for their students to visit England, I'm sure they will love the experience in a different way, but just as much as the students from the UK will when they come here to Peru. And Dora mentioned something important here as well, the fact that all the schools coming here are state schools, and these trips are happening because the British government somehow manages to do this. They have this funding program, and it's very helpful, basically, and the schools are coming here are doing this through government funding, which kind of makes it even, it's such a wonderful opportunity for the students. We're just so happy to be involved in this. And yes, there's another effort that we do at the GSA. We support schools in their applications for this funding, and we're just very happy that we can make it happen that way as well. I'd like to ask Mrs. Louise George and Louise Smith from Warrington Multi Academy Trust to come up here and talk about their trust. And there's 2 schools from the trust that are engaged in partnerships here and are planning on visiting Peru next year. So, thank you.
That's the one, yeah. So do you want me to talk about this one first? Yeah, I'll introduce. Hello, I'm Louise Smith. I am the head teacher of Evelyn Street School, which you're about to see. Small clip about the school, the context. Louise George, my assistant head teacher, will talk you through that. I'm also the CEO of Warrington Multi Academy Trust, which has 9 schools currently in. And they range from very, very small schools, village schools, to larger schools of 300 to 400 children. We serve a wide community at Evelyn Street. We have around about 350 children currently in that school, and it is classed as an area of social economic deprivation. So children don't get opportunities to naturally, with their parents, visit galleries, museums, those wider, rich experiences, going abroad. So by engaging with Global Alliance, we're giving them the opportunity to experience those things that actually are quite common to some other children, to narrow that gap, to balance that playing field, if you like. So we are absolutely delighted to be involved in this project. We did take our children last year to Brazil because we are studying South America. And this year, we've gained an incredible link with the school there, but we would like to gain another link with our school, Berkeley, hopefully. Here, go Berkeley. And give our children that experience, because we study South America and we study it from 2 years all the way to 11, and we do that across the trust as well. So that's why our second school, which we've ventured in and to bring with us, we're hoping that we engage all 9 schools at some point visiting South American countries, so we can really bring that element of the curriculum alive, but also broaden our children's
experiences, enrich their lives, learn about different cultural diversity, and have a safer world in doing so. So I'll hand over to Louise.
Okay. This is just, we've got a forest school in our school. So this is just our video of our school. So, outdoor area. We use the, what are they called? The VR headset, so that we can show, you know, different countries. And this is our reception children, our kindergarten, what you call yeah? We teach drums, we teach keyboards, and we also teach guitar. Okay, so I was really pleased to see that in the schools that we visited, you use what we call deans, the same mathematical equipment that we use when we're teaching maths. This is our nursery. Yeah? Okay, so in our school we have about 350 children from the age of 2 to 11. Okay. So that's about our school. I've got another video that I'd like to show you, just to show the impact that our visits have on our children. So last year in June, I visited Brazil with 30 children. And GSA came and videoed the children to ask them about their experience. And I think it's really good for you to just to see what it meant to our children to actually come to South America. Okay. This is it. Oh, yeah. Can I just apologise? I'm not really
all the countries in South America, but we've looked at focus on Brazil and the sustainability of the rainforest with the view of looking at.
Can I apologise, I don't like being filmed, so I look really serious. I'm not like that at all, but yes.
Excited because
As part of the geography curriculum, we study South America, so we look in detail at all the countries in South America, but we've looked at quite a big focus on Brazil and the sustainability of the rainforest with a view of looking at climate change and its role in that.
I felt excited because I was going to somewhere that I could only go like once in a lifetime, and I was nervous because I was going to a different country and continent than my family.
I was nervous and excited because I was travelling a long distance without my family.
We were met by the school when we arrived in the airport. They welcomed us. They had a lot of members from the school there with chocolates and cards and things and flags for us at the airport.
The building was like much bigger than ours because it's a school from 2 to 18 years old. I made a few friends. It was just like amazing to try and speak different languages to the other friends. I was really surprised by their English because they could speak English really well.
We felt like way more like part of the person in Brazil. We felt we belonged there a little bit.
Everyone is just so friendly, even walking through the streets when we were, walking to the school in the morning and eating in the same local restaurant. Everybody wanted to come over and speak to the children. They were fascinated at why children of such a young age would have been allowed to travel so far.
I liked it all, like going to the school and just exploring the area, but I really did like forest we went to. It was really beautiful and the caves were like really amazing and it was just really nice.
We got to teach them how to speak English a bit more and they got to teach us how to speak more Portuguese. When we try and learn it back in the UK, we don't know how to pronounce it. It's quite hard, but learning it from somebody who does know it, it's quite easier.
Going to Brazil has made me want to travel more and learn new languages. I really want to study a lot more languages so I could speak them when I go to other countries.
think I've been inspired to learn another language in high school.
The major thing I've noticed is obviously in my lessons, in particular PE lessons, the confidence. Those children that would normally step back and let others lead are now leading, which is brilliant to see.
I took 2 children that were really quite quiet. I saw them come out of their shell. They were, you know, talking to other children and fully engaged. And I've noticed the effect when they've come back. They're far more confident and vocal in the classroom.
It made me confident because it made me speak to more people that I didn't know. We would have done things that other people haven't done because we're one of the only schools that went to a different continent with their school.
A lifetime experience.
Life-changing, amazing,
Exciting.
wonderful, fascinating.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime trip and you can't afford to miss it. It's amazing. You still have that chance to go and experience their culture and what they're for.
Thanks very much for that.
Ditton's in a different area to us, in a different, as you would say, a district, and a different, slightly different context as well. So I will hand over to Dan.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you're ready for one more video. One more. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. We're from Ditton in the Warrington Primary Academy Trust, the same as Evelyn Street there. We were really excited to come on board. We have a school with a capacity of 420, which we've nearly filled. Again, we're a mixed school. We're near the River Mersey. We're quite close to the cities of Liverpool and not that far from Manchester as well. So we're going to, without further ado, we're going to play Ditton's video. Welcome to Ditton Primary Academy, where inclusion, determination and unwavering commitment to each child's unique potential define who we are. At Ditton Primary Academy, we firmly believe that every child is a star in their own right. Our curriculum is not just about teaching, it's about discovering and nurturing the talents that lie within. Understand that each child is unique, and our curriculum is designed to empower them to succeed. Our commitment to putting children at the heart of everything we do is deeply rooted in our guiding principle of delivering a first-class education through partnership, innovation, school improvement, and accountability. We centre our approach around the core values of inclusion, determination and unwavering commitment to each child's unique potential. Together, we're on a journey to unlock the potential of every child, ensuring they not only succeed academically, but also grow into compassionate, resilient and innovative individuals. Thank you. We are both teachers. Tom is a Year 3 teacher, and as you can tell, a fantastic photographer. And I am a Year 6 teacher. We've really, really enjoyed this experience, linking up with all the schools. Thank you very much to our partner school, Berkeley. NSP have been unbelievably warm as well today, and the other schools in Lima and Tarapoto. As you can tell, just like Ray said, inclusion is really important to our school. And you guys have all shown that inclusivity as well, and you've just made us feel so welcome. So thanks to Global School Alliance. I could just say your country is amazing, your children are amazing, your teaching staff are amazing, and your food is definitely amazing. So thank you so much.
Can I just say a few things about my experience this week? We've tried as far as possible to keep our pupils back at home up to date with some of the things that we have done this week. And we want to go back to school and share with our children what we've experienced, because, you know, central to our work in schools, as you will know, is building relationships, not just with the pupils we work with, but with colleagues. So big thank you to representatives from the GSA, from our partnership schools, from our schools in England. The children at home are extremely excited. They have curious minds. They have questions that we can't answer just right now. We can't wait to go back to our school and share a snippet of what they are going to experience out here. So, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, way to win over a crowd in Peru, Dan. You say, if you say our food is good, people are going to like that. I think, sorry, just one, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk a bit more about our experience here in this delegation in Peru, and then I think there's another microphone somewhere, yeah? And so if anyone wants to compliment or say something, so that I'm not talking here on my own for 15 minutes, I'll appreciate it. But yeah, basically, one thing I'd like to point out, especially about this trip, is every school, and this kind of goes in line with my point before, that for the partnership, in order for the partnerships to work, it really is down to the schools on how they agree on agreeing on how they're going to make the partnership work, and what they're going to do, what projects they're going to engage in, and how they're going to go about them. And we support in as much as we can for this to happen. But it is down to the schools, and that's the thing, it's flexible. So for example, in this trip, every school that we visited did something a bit different. There wasn't a playbook that they were following. They all kind of literally did it in their own way, and there were some underlying themes for sure. The food was certainly one of them. I think the delegates here have completed a crash course of Peruvian cuisine in the space of 4 days. And I think the other underlying theme, definitely, and we were talking about this, we were discussing this yesterday when me and the delegates, was the very clear and direct message that every school gave, the students really, of being proud of the school for one. They also, every school we visited, the students seemed genuinely happy to be a part of the school, but also, because the teachers were also involved in this, showing how proud everyone was of our country, of Peru, of our culture, food again, our traditions. And I think that was interesting for the delegates coming from UK, because in the UK that's maybe not something that's so obvious sometimes, as much as and I find that interesting particularly because obviously Britain does have a lot of culture as well. And so maybe, I don't know if this could be an inspiration for the visiting schools when you do host your partner schools, when the students from Peru come and visit you, maybe you can do a bit of showcasing of British culture as well. But yeah, it was interesting that's not necessarily an obvious approach for a school in the UK or for a person in the UK to do, whereas in Peru it was really out there, wasn't it? Like literally, they just everyone had a real go at just showing what Peru's about, what our culture is about, and just how much everybody loves their country here. And I have to say that made me feel quite proud as well. But yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to comment on what we discussed now. And I can see Louise George looking at me saying nope. I would like to thank again the staff. Well, first of all, the staff here at NSdelPilar, who made a real effort today of making us feel at home. There was even a volleyball game. I've got some interesting clips that I'll show you later. Out of 5 clips, 4 are of someone just failing miserably at hitting the ball. But then there's a few random ones where you actually pull it off. So it was an interesting game. I'd like to thank the staff of Berkeley as well for coming, who also did a fantastic job on Tuesday when we visited them of making us feel at home. Again, we had a wonderful Peruvian meal. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'd also like to thank Mr. Juan Valenzuela, who's standing over there. Juan is our, yes. Juan, who immediately, as soon as he said his name was Juan, he was in. I didn't have to think about it anymore. But no, Juan has done a wonderful job, firstly with this trip. So Juan is our trusted partner here in Peru, because again, we're working in various different parts in the globe, and it's not easy you know, we can't pull it off running everything from Liverpool in the UK. Obviously, we need local partners. And Juan has been in charge of running this trip. He's done a fantastic job with that. And I completely trust that Juan is going to do a fantastic job as well with all the trips that are happening next year to Peru. And I know for a fact, and I think the delegates could tell as well, that Juan is also very passionate about what he does, same as all the teachers. And I have to say as well, every delegation I go to, I always get, every single person I talk to, I can tell are very, very passionate about what they do. No one's doing it, you know, just to pass the time. Everyone's really passionate about what they do. Juan is also a teacher, so obviously he's very passionate about what he does as well. I think Juan also transmitted that love of Peru and its culture, but also Juan is very involved with this, you know, these experiences that we created for our students. So I think we're very happy with our situation, with our partnership with Juan Queer in Peru. Yes, so that's it. Thanks everyone for coming, and I'm really looking forward to the future for GSA here in Peru, for these trips coming up next year. And as I said, I'm fairly confident we're going to do this delegation again next year, and it's probably going to be a yearly thing for a while. So thanks to the delegates especially for putting in the effort as well. It's been a bit relentless. I know that. We're all a little bit tired. I have to go to Mexico now, so hey, it's a tough job. But thanks to everyone for making this happen. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Okay. Should we do a photo, yeah? With everyone? Okay, okay.